we can distinguish between two types of equalities in Reason: structural and referential. Let's start with the structural equality. Two values are structurally equal if they have the same content. Structural equality compares data structures deeply, which is convenient, but we need to be careful since comparing two deeply nested data structures might hinder performance of our program. Let's compare two tuples with the same content. For structural equality, we use double equals. The result of our comparison is true, since both tuples have the same content. What if we compare two values with different content? We got back false, since these tuples are different. We also have structural inequality, which checks if two values are different. Let's take a look. For structural inequality, we use an exclamation mark and equal sign. The result of our comparison is false, since both tuples have the same content. Let's take a look at another example. We got back true since both values have different content. Let's talk about the referential equality. Two values are referentially equal if they are stored in the same memory location. Let's try to compare two tuples with the same content using referential equality. For referential equality, we use triple equals. The result of our comparison is false, since although these two values have the same content, they are stored in different places in memory. So, to understand the referential equality in Reason, we need to first investigate how is the tuple represented in memory. This tuple is represented in memory as a block with two cells. Let's bind our tuple to an identifier. When we bound our tuple to an identifier x, the identifier became a pointer that points to the tuple in memory. Let's create another identifier. We defined a new identifier y and bound our x identifier to it. By doing that, we created another pointer which points to the same spot in memory as our x identifier. So let's compare these two identifiers using referential equality. We got true back since x and y are both pointing to the same spot in memory. So two values are referentially equal if they are stored in the same spot in memory. In other words, we don't care about the content of the values. We care if two pointers are equal. What if we referentially compare our identifier x with the value which has the same content? We got false back, since both values are pointing to the different spots in memory. We also have referential inequality, which checks if two values are pointing to the different spots in memory. We got true back, since both tuples are pointing to the different spots in memory.